Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Indians today is Wayne Garland, whose record is 1-2 with a 5.21 ERA, and pitching for the Tigers is David Cone, whose record is 3-1 with a 2.30 ERA. Okay, we lost game one of the series yesterday to Len Barker, who pitched the game of his life. He pitched into the 10th inning as the Indians won the game. And it was very frustrating. There's so many frustrating aspects about Baseball Mogul. And I don't even really necessarily mind. I've said this before. I don't really mind hanging the L on the team. I mean, we're 9 games above 500. We're 7 games above 500 this month. By and large, we're having a successful month. But we lose to these second-tier pitchers whose ERAs are inflated. And coincidentally, they all seem to get right against us, right? That's the thing that just boggles my mind. And when you look at the teams that we've beat this month, we've beat the Red Sox and the Orioles and the Blue Jays, who are all top-tier teams. We went 2-2 against the Angels. But it's the Brewers and the Indians that somehow have the games of their lives against us. And that just doesn't make sense. And then, today we're going to face the 5th starter on the Indians, Wayne Garland, who was out of baseball by 1982. So this is 3 years he wasn't even in baseball, and you just know that he's going to pitch like Cy Young today, right? And that's so frustrating. Now, we've clearly got some issues as we've lost these last 2 games with our bullpen. We did have a blown save. We've got pitchers that we've counted on in the past that seem to have lost their touch. Keith Comstock being one of them. Now, he's got a 73 rating, so his glory wasn't going to last forever anyway. But you can see that since we started the sim in 1980, we got him from Minnesota, he's pitched by and large pretty well. He had a 2.11 ERA last year, and now he's got an 8.40 ERA. So, the combined ERA here is, he's given up more runs than he did last year in the entire season. So the game is trying to even him out for that 2-year period. But he's become useless to us. He's in a walk year anyway. So, we need to trade for a left-handed reliever. Or if we can hold out, we've got Dan Petrie coming back in 14 days. We stick Petrie in the lineup for Danny Jackson. And Danny Jackson, who's done a good job of getting left-handers out, unlike our left-handed relievers, maybe he becomes a left-handed specialist guy for us, and maybe that'll help us. I don't know. I'm leaning toward that, and that would mean that Mark Leiter would stay in the rotation. And clearly he has not proven that he's got the ability to give us 5 innings of work. So does that mean Dave Rozema goes back to the rotation? He's also terrible, but at least he's got a track record. The other option would be to put Dan Schatzeder in the rotation as the 5th starter. He's got a 71 endurance, so he can go 100 pitches at least if we needed him to. Way back in the day, back in 1980 of our sim, he did get 5 starts for us. We started him 5 games, and he was all right. So that could be a possibility as well. Or we could just make some trades, which I think is a part of that combination is probably what we will do, I think. So anyway, I wanted to spell it out a little bit for you because we're finishing up the month of May in just 3 games. We'll have the end of the month summary where we'll look at the league leaders and the standings, of course. And then we will also have a May player pyramid that I'll do, which is always fun for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I like doing that. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. We got David Cohn on the mound, who's been, pretty good for us so far for a rookie. Keith Comstock will not be available. We've still got Sherman Corbett, who we've chosen not to use. He's not been good, but we'll give him another shot today if we have to. And Shotzi, of course, will be available. Wayne Garland is a right-handed pitcher, so we have our lineup in there versus righties. Willie Wilson, as I've suggested he might, is listed as tired after being tired for the last 2 games of the Brewers series. We played him through, and then we had the day off as a team. He was healthy yesterday and played, and he's tired today, so let's just give him the day off. We'll give Kevin Bass a start in center field, and we'll move Lou Whitaker up to the number 2 spot. Whitaker has been hitting pretty well versus righties, and he's got his overall batting average up to 233 after having it below the Mendoza line, the Jessica Mendoza line, for quite a while. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Cleveland Indians. Batting leadoff, playing shortstop is Tony Fernandez. Batting second at second base is Charlie Montoyo. Batting third at first base is Jim Wilson. Batting cleanup in right field is Cory Snyder. Batting fifth and catching is Mike Stanley. Batting sixth in left field is Mike Young. Batting seventh and DHing is Karl Pagel. Batting eighth in center field is Thomas Howard. And batting ninth, playing third base, is Chuck Jackson. All right, let's take a look here at Coney. Making his 6th start of the year, he is 3-1 with a 2.30 ERA, 20 strikeouts in 31 and a third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .241 against him. Fastball topping out at 96 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 46.7%. His fastball is his best pitch, rated in 91. A slider in 83, and a changeup and a curve below league average. Overall rated in 86. The 22-year-old righty is arbitration eligible after the 87th season. Look at his log. He only went 5 innings against Baltimore, a pretty good team. He gave up 2 runs, but the 8 hits and the walk kind of sunk him early. Didn't quite make it to 100 pitches. But I think we can count on him getting to 100. Let's take a look at our defense. I mean, I feel like it's solid, right? Everybody's above 80, but if you look at our team, we've got rid of players through trades and replaced them with players who are slightly less, good, I guess, in the field. Like Rusty Tillman at first. I'm sorry, this is actually George Brett at first. He's not your typical first baseman. I'm not sure why Barry Larkin's not better with that 81 rating. He should be better. And, of course, Kevin Bass is not playing his normal position in the outfield, which is right field. He's in center, but he can get the job done. Behind home plate is Kennedy, who has been solid all year round. Okay, here we go. Tony Fernandez leading it off versus David Cohn. We need a good performance today from our starter as Cohn gives up a base hit to start off the ball game. Leadoff man on first. Here is Charlie Montoya. Had a couple hits yesterday. He came into the game in game 1 batting .131. He's up to .171. And Cohn strikes him out. With that kind of batting average, you think he'd try to lay down a bunt. The game doesn't recognize that. Fernandez at first. And there he goes, stealing second base. 5th stolen base of the year. Wow, he's 5 for 14. So the runner in scoring position for Wilson, who has an 0-1 count. Into the dirt, an error, probably. Yeah. Fly out to left field. It looked like it was kind of just hovering there at home plate. We'll take it. And that'll leave it up to Cory Snyder to get the Indians on the board. A 1-2 count, and Snyder strikes out looking. So, a good job there by Cohn getting out of the jam. We go to the bottom first. Take a look at our lineup. Batting leadoff. At shortstop is Barry Larkin. Batting second At second base is Lou Whitaker. Batting third in left field is Kirk GIBSON. Batting cleanup and DHing is Jeff Stone. Batting fifth and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth at third base is Mike Pagliarulo. Batting seventh in right field is Jim EISENREICH. Batting eighth at first base is George Brett. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Kevin Bass. Okay, Wayne Garland, I can't believe this guy is still going, making his fourth start due to injuries. He got called up from AAA, where he was 2-0, so he was looking pretty good down there. He's 1-2 in the majors with a 5.21 ERA, 7 strikeouts and 19 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 310 against him. Look at that. He's had opponents batting average over 300 for the last 3 years. Yet to throw a complete game. Doesn't really have a fastball. Ground ball percentage is 41.9%. He's got a curveball still holding on at an 81. Every other pitch is terrible. Overall rated is 75. The 34-year-old right-hander finally is going to reach free agency at the end of the year. We've talked about it before. He signed that 10-year deal. The first player to ever have a contract of 10 years in length way back in 1977 before we started the sim. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the game. Game can't count, but that's fine. Let's take a look here at the defense for the Indians. Not good. Right field, second base, and third base all below league average. So is the catcher, Mike Stanley. He's got a good arm though. Barry Larkin leading it off versus Wayne Garland. And a base hit up the middle. All right. That's good. We like that. Whitaker's been hitting well. You know, we're not going to hit and run. Whitaker's hitting .277 versus righties, and he's been on fire. He's had 4 multi-hit games in a row. And he's picked off. Full count to Whitaker. Giddy with a base hit to left. Jeff Stone. Ground ball to third. Top of the second, Mike Stanley. Fly ball into center field. Mike Young, full count. Fly ball into right. I think the right fielder, EISENREICH, would probably have to cover more territory with Bass out there. Yeah, I think he gets to that one, though. 2 down. And Pagel strikes out. Second K. For Coney, we go to the bottom of the second, and TK will lead it off. Kennedy will take ball 4. Leadoff man on again. Michael Pags gets an infield single. I mean, that's ridiculous, but at least, you know, it was to second base, right? So Montoyo, not great defensively. We got a couple of slow pokes on. First and second. I mean, I could see that happening. It's dumb, but I could see it happening. Jim EISENREICH flies out to left. We have no situational hitting on this team. Normally, I would love to see George Brett coming up in a position like this, but he has been terrible. And I want to show you something I noticed last night. He is 34 runs away from 1,000, 40 hits away from 2,000, and he is 50 RBI from 1,000. And I am not sure he's going to get there this year. He's got nothing to offer us right now. As he ropes one into right. So he's 1 hit closer, but of course the run's not going to score. Bases are loaded for Kevin Big Hit Bass. He has not had but maybe 1 big hit all year. I think it was a walk-off, and he gets hit by a pitch. So there's a big hit. This game is so dumb. I mean, it's so stupid. The only way they can give us a run is to just give us a turd sandwich and say, enjoy it anyway. Larkin strikes out after getting picked off, of course. And Whitaker walks to walk in another run. And totally incapable of driving in runs. Now, Gibby does lead the team in RBI with a very lame, 35, yeah. Kind of pathetic. And Gibson grounds out to the pitcher. We get two the hard way. A hit batter and a walk. We go to the top of the third. Or is that technically the easy way? We didn't have to do anything to get it. So we get two the easy way. Thomas Howard strikes out. That's 4 for Coney. Chuck Jackson had a home run yesterday. Grounds out to short. And Tony Fernandez. Hard hit ground ball to Pags. Okay, we go to the bottom of the third. Jeff Stone leading it off. Striking out on that deadly curveball, the only good pitch he's got. 3 Ks for Garland. Kennedy, that looked like a screwball. Pulls it into right field for a double? Why would Kennedy get a double on that and yet not score from second on a single to right? I mean, what the fuck? This game is so dumb. That is his 11th double. I think that leads the team with Willie Wilson. All right. Mikey Pags. And there's a 2-run shot to left. I noticed that all of the pitches, remember his curveball says an 81, right? So why is everything down 4 points? And also negative 20 if he throws a slider. Is that negative 20 for the hitter? So is he going to throw sliders to EISENREICH? Let's find out. 4-0, by the way. Good job by Pagliarulo, his 3rd of the year. Schlubby's coming through. Screwball, pop-up. So maybe that's a negative 20 for the pitcher. That was all screwballs. 2 down. And George Brett can't buy a hit. Top of the 4th. Charlie Montoyo. Fly ball to center. 1 out. Jim Wilson, that might find a hole. It do. Base hit to center. Wilson with a single. Now he's only batting 400. Wilson on first. Here's Cory SNYDER. SNYDER with a ground ball to short. We don't get double plays. That's the one thing we really truly miss with Trammell. The range and the double play proclivity. Don't need a double play here. Larkin gets it done. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Kevin Bass hit by a pitch. Got an RBI for it. And a base hit to right. No chance of being clutch, but we can definitely get that leadoff single. Here's Barry Larkin, hit and runs on, and a base hit to right. Will Bass go to third? He does. First and third, nobody out. We'll let Lou swing away. Pardon me. Full count. And he'll walk again. I kind of like Whitaker in this number 2 spot. That's his 2nd walk, right? Can't remember if it even shows it. No, it's not going to show. But yes, it is the 2nd walk because he's 0 for 1. Bases are loaded. Nobody out for Gibby. 2nd time he's had that today. Did not come through the 1st time. Not going to come through here. Pardon me while I grab a drink. Bases loaded. 1 out. Double play. And 1 inning. No, it's the 5th inning. And after not scoring like just happened. Typically, the game will just go ahead and put a couple on the board for the Indians. Coney seems to be in total control, though. Perhaps a 1-2-3 inning. Larkin makes a catch. Bottom of the fifth. Garland's at 70 pitches. You'd think it'd be so much worse. Terry Kennedy, 8th home run of the year, going off a taco. 5-0 Detroit. This is kind of how I foresee every game against Cleveland going. They just don't have pitching other than their free agent signing Alan Ramirez. Mikey Pags has a home run, and he's safe on an error. This one by the shortstop, Tony Fernandez. We're up 5. We don't need to hit and run here. We can let EISENREIch do his thing, which is a double play. George Brett's got nothing. Big hit Bass. All soft stuff. Top of the 6th. Here's Chuck Jackson. Popping it up. When is Chuck Jackson's birthday? I'm kind of curious because we have the same name. March 19th, 1963. All right, so he's 8 years older than I am. We can't be related. Fernandez striking out. 5 Ks for Cone. And there's a gapper by the worst hitter on the team. I guess Montoyo had to get a hit sooner or later. In scoring position for Jim Wilson, and Rebel the third, stopped by Pags. Keep the goose egg on the board. Bottom of the 6th. Barry Larks will take a walk. That's the 4th walk issued by Garland. So 9 hits, 4 walks, and a hit batter, and an error. He's still in the ballgame, of course. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. There we go. Whitaker 0 for 1 with an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded. Rounds up. Gibby's 1 for 3. Give him another one. Whitaker, he should already be on 3rd, but no. And that'll do it. They'll bring in Ramon Romero. 12th game. He's 2-0 with a 5.55 ERA. More walks. His strikeouts. Love it. Opponents are getting 279 against him. He's got a bluey. Fastball topping out at 94 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 44.1%. Fastball rated 94. That is excellent. Overall rated an 80. The 26-year-old lefty is arbitration eligible at the end of the 87 season. This guy actually got called up in our very first Civ year. Then he didn't play in 81. Played a little bit in 82. Did not play in 83. And been part of the team last couple of years. As lefty on lefty violence, yeah, that's always going to work in favor of the pitcher with Stone up there. He's 0 for 40 with 2 strikeouts. Kennedy loves it all. Base hit to center. Whitaker will score. Gibby goes to 3rd. There's our first actual hit with runners in scoring position today. Now, Mikey Pags does not have a hit versus a left-hander this year, and he's not going to get one now. We'll take the run, make it 6-0, go to the top of the 7th. Cory SNYDER leading off with a strikeout. I think David Cohn's got a very good chance of getting our first complete game of the year. Oh, God, I jinxed it. Damn it. What is wrong with me? Why can't I just keep my mouth shut? All right, Mike Young with a fly ball to right. And the only player I fear in this lineup is Karl Pagel. And he walks. He's got to walk once a game. First walk issued for Cone. Now, it would not surprise me if the game tried to make the final score 6-3, right? It's got to be within the save metric. So a 3-run home run here is not completely unsurprising. I guess it would have been a surprise with Thomas Howard's 74 power. All right, the shutout's intact. We go to the bottom of the 7th. I didn't see how many pitches Coney's at, but I think he's all right to go another. EISENREICH grounds out. We got all these lefties in there. George Brett hits lefties better than righties, but he's going to go to 1 for 4 today. And Bass with the ground out. Top of the 8th. Number 9 hitter Chuck Jackson. It's at 101 pitches. That makes things a little more challenging, I think. If we can get through a quick one here, then I wouldn't feel pressure to not take him in, to not leave him in. 108 pitches and a high fly ball to right. I think Cody's going to get a shot. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Barry Larkin with a ground ball to second. Sweet Lou. Flying out to center. And Gibby. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go, guys. This is something exciting. David Cone looking at his log. He threw 113 pitches in the first game of the year, which is probably not a great idea. So we're going to let him start the inning. Let's see what happens. He's got 6 runs. He's got 3 runs to play with, basically. And it's the heart of the order. And they're all right-handers. Hot shot to first. Okay. Fully expected an error by Brett. Cory SNYDER, full count. And he strikes him out. 118 pitches. He is officially tired. Now, we have a switch hitter and a lefty coming up. The odds are the game is going to walk him on purpose. The game will do it to get to the left-handed batters. 1-2 count. Oh, there we go, folks. An 8K performance, complete game shutout. That's exciting. That's exactly the kind of thing I need to make me feel a little bit better about Baseball Mogul. No trade offers. We'll take a look at the standings. We're still 2 games back as Boston has won 7 in a row, while Toronto has lost 6 in a row. They seem like a real contender. Don't look now, but the Yankees have won 3 in a row to get back to 500. White Sox are a half game up on Seattle, who's lost 4 in a row. Look at the National League. I mean, it's pretty much status quo here, right? Everybody's won 3. St. Louis has lost 4 in a row. Padres have lost 4. We'll take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Dave Sachs goes 4 for 6 for the Yankees. I don't think he's their everyday. I think he's in a platoon, right? With Ron Hassey. Good for him today. And there we go, 6-0. Cone shuts down the Indians. I mean, could have run a little bit more, maybe about Terry Kennedy going 3 for 3 with a home run. I mean, put a little effort into it. Okay, what do we got going on here? We have a retirement, which is appropriate with Dennis Kinney being basically out of baseball here for a couple seasons. Not the worst pitcher. He got 3 years in our sim for the Padres. He was a free agent. And then Danny Tartabull of the Yankees signs a big contract. So I need to edit that, which I will momentarily after we're done here. He's got 12 home runs this year. And I want the Yankees to continue to spend their money stupidly like this. I mean, this is not stupid. This one actually makes sense. But anyway, they can spend money. Makes me feel good. And then Oswaldo Peraza of the Padres, who's in single A. Doesn't matter. He's injured. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. I mean, I feel bad because Kennedy went 3 for 3 today, but he's not going to be the player of the game. It's going to be David Cohn, obviously, with the complete game shutout. First complete game of the year by any pitcher. This guy's the real deal. He's 4-1 now. Wayne Garland takes the loss. He's 1-3. Kennedy had a double and a home run, plus a single and a walk. Pags had his third home run of the year. Kevin Big Hit Bass took one for the team. Charlie Montoyo got a double. They only had 4 total hits, and he walked one batter. Why can't we have all games like that? That would make me feel so much better. Barry Larkin getting picked off was bullshit. I almost had a mental meltdown right then. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow, play Game 3 of the series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.